Hey there, God bless you. I'm Kareen. Welcome to the supportive environment. And the first thing that I have to do is I am apologizing. I was not able to publish videos while I was in the Dominican Republic. I was able to publish only one video, and then after that, I was not able to publish any more videos due to my internet connection. I did have internet connection sometimes, but it was extremely weak. And so, due to that reason, I was not able to publish. Now, I will be sharing about a video that I made in the Dominican Republic that I tried to publish while I was there. And this video is actually about four books, one that I read while I was there, and then three additional books that I will be reading. And the three additional books that I will be reading are actually books that I've had for a long time, and they were actually in my mother's house in the Dominican Republic. And so when I was there, and I was perusing through my books that I had left there, I came across them again. And so I am deciding to reread those three books.
Hey there, God bless you. I'm Kareen. Welcome to the supportive environment. And you may be asking, where is Karen? She hasn't published a video in over a week or so. And you are correct. Well, we are actually still in the Dominican Republic, and while we are here, we've been moving to different parts, different places, different locations, and my internet connection has not been the greatest. There are times that I don't have any internet connection at all. Hence, that's the reason why I have not been publishing videos. But I miss you guys, and I miss sharing content that I hope is of value to you, to all of us. So here I am. And without further ado, I just want to talk about books. So on our trip to the Dominican Republic, there is a book that I brought with me, and that book is called For the Children's Sake, which is this one. I just finished reading this book, and in the homeschool community, this book is very, very well known and highly acclaimed, and I now understand why. I just finished reading this book, and it is going to be a keepsake. I will continue to read this book for reference. I hope at least once a year, just to remind me of important key points that are in here. And this book referenced Charlotte Mason's a lot because it's based on that philosophy of education, of the Charlotte Mason methodology and the Charlotte Mason philosophy of education. I enjoyed reading this book. It went into details into so many different areas and so many points. It is so well written. It is thorough. I definitely highly recommend this book to homeschooling moms and to moms who are not homeschooling, to moms in general, and not just moms, parents, and caretakers of children. It is a great book if you want to learn more about the Charlotte Mason methodology, how it works, why it works, and it really simplifies and explains her method in a very comprehensive way. So now this is the first time that I read this book. Now I do have three other books that I want to talk about. This book, I've had them, the ones that I'm going to talk about right now, I've had them for a very long time. And I read these books, each of these three books, I read them once many years ago. But I decided that I actually will be rereading them. I am mostly in my mom's house here in the Dominican Republic, and I have a lot of books. In 2015, I actually came to the Dominican Republic, and I was going to live here in the Dominican Republic. I was going to stay for a long period of time, but after 7 months, I went back to the States. Nevertheless, when I came, I had brought many books with me, and they were very heavy to take back to the States. So I left them in my mother's house. And I am happy to report that every time that I come to my mother's house here in the Dominican Republic, I have these books. And most of these books are actually books of a lot of value to me, and it just makes me happy that when I come, I have these books, I can read them or reread them, and little by little I keep taking them back to the States, in chunks of 3, 5, however many books I can take with me, depending on weight and depending on how heavy I want my my luggage to be. Okay, so now, what are the books that I am going to talk about right now? There are 3 books. And as I said, I've had these books for a very long time, and I read them once long time ago. Each of this book I've read cover to cover long time ago. But it's been a long time, and I'm sure I've forgotten a lot of the information that is here. So I decided that I will be rereading these books. I will be taking them with me, and I will be rereading them. I actually already started. Now, the first one is Getting Things Done by David Allen. David Allen is the guru of like the productivity and organization. So I read this book once many years ago, Getting Things Done, and this book was highly valuable, effective. It helped me to be more productive. It helped me to really get organized when I read it many years ago. And I am sure that there are things here that I probably am not implementing that I could reread and start re-implementing again. So I will give this book another read to refresh my mind about it, about the principles, the concepts, the step-by-step process that it talks about, how to get things done in a way that helps me to hopefully not waste resources, not waste time, not waste energy, but hopefully create systems and processes that will help me to just be more organized. And when I read this book many years ago, I was not a mom. I actually was in the corporate sector, and it helped me a lot. But I actually think that now that I am a mom and I manage a household, this book is going to be even more valuable because the things that will be applied from here, when it talks about work, and I believe the book talks about this, it's not necessarily just referring to the work that you do, and get paid. It is about anything that you do, whether in your personal life or in your career, that is work. Even gardening, even taking care of your plants, taking care of your children, that is work. And so I believe that this book is going to help me in my homeschooling organization, in my home management, and as a household manager. So can't wait to reread this one. Okay, now the next book that I will be rereading, it's called Ready for Anything, and it's also by David Allen. also, you know, the author of Getting Things Done. And Ready for Anything is also about productivity and organization. And again, I will be using it just to, you know, find what works here, use the systems to help me just to be more efficient, more effective in managing my life, you know, managing my homeschooling, managing my household, my home, and just everything that I do. So I'm looking forward to reread those books. Now, the third book that I will be rereading is Smart Women Finish Rich by David Back. And I read this book so many years ago. And I believe I was still a teenager when I actually read this book. And it was so inspiring. It was so enlightening, and motivating. And it really motivated me to take control of managing my money well, my finances well. But you know how sometimes you read something and it inspires you while you are reading it, and then you finish reading it and you forget about a lot of the things and principles that you read. So I'm going to reread this book, which when I read it again many years ago, it was very inspiring, but I'm sure there is a lot of wisdom here that I've forgotten, and I can't wait to reread. All right, so those are the 4 books. One that I've read already, which is For the Children's Sake, and then the 3 that I will be rereading. So I actually started reading Getting Things Done already. So I'm currently reading this one. And then I'll go with Ready for Anything. And last, I'll be reading Smart Women Finish Rich. And once I've reread these books again, I'll definitely be commenting on my opinion about it with you guys to let you know. Okay, so that's all I wanted to share for now. Until next time, stay tuned. God bless you. Bye. You might be asking, where is Karen? Is she